Okay, welcome back to the channel. Now, many of the latest transfer news are concerning Antoine Semenyo, a Himfana Oko, Manchester United or Manchester City. I'm bringing you the latest news concerning this particular transfer. It was for Sports Minister Honorable Kofi Adams or the Nsembi Edia to you say FIFA Sikana Air Bano, the 10 points something million dollars na air bano. Emu 9 million cost straight to the sports fund bill na emu nso me de mu nchechiri mbeba. Also recently there were reports that Otto Addo in fact Ghana the Otto Addo the salaries no arrears wo about 8 months arrears are unpaid salaries. Now sports minister we did the update kakra about what's the real story behind Otto Addo's unpaid salaries. And also, you better say the latest FIFA ranking about to Ghana, the last position for 2025. You better share the rundown, the summary of Ghana's performances so far this year from January to December, FIFA ranking positions. No, and also you have the latest stories. No, I say I'm the but do well to subscribe if you have not done that already. Do well to subscribe, put the account on post notification to receive any updates. Very important. I remember the story back. Ubenya alert our device. So now also about seeing Semenyo also in the world in the Ghana football and so sanity. I mean, shots in the latest story concerning Antoine Semenyo. Guy, the Ghana's informed player, Antoine Semenyo. Yes. Last time against Manchester United, or share a fantastic goal, and then recently against Burnley, and so Antoine Semenyo was on the score sheet. The last two games, was shared 2 goals. Was signed and rediscovered a form. He went on a goal drought for about 7 games. Semenyo was not scoring, but the last 2 games, he has provided 2 goals for Bournemouth. Now, guys, the latest story concerning the transfer of Antoine Semenyo. Updates from David Austin, the UK reporter David Austin. Yes or no, and all the updates be at the aba. Me person you could see David Austin and say no munsem. In Semben or can be found twice Semenyo ni transfer no. Is he heading to Manchester United or Manchester City or even Liverpool? What about Arsenal? Guys, let's listen to the latest story.
Everything I learned suggests that a transfer is highly possible. And the names that are emerging as the leading contenders right now are Manchester City and Manchester United, in no particular order. They're both extremely fond of him. Liverpool are said to have had great admiration for him. They haven't moved to the same extent so far, to my knowledge, but let's see if anything changes around the Alexander Isak injury, because we've just broken the news that Liverpool fear that it is a significant injury to his lower left leg. Tottenham Hotspur were very keen, and I'm led to believe we're prepared to pay a significant salary to Antoine Semenyo, but he politely is focusing on other options, namely it seems City or United, and he will have to make a decision around that. I think Arsenal might have looked at the situation, but more towards the summer, and I don't think he's willing to wait until that point. So there'll be considerations around City in terms of they play Champions League football, they compete for trophies, but would he get a place in the team? What's the future of Pep Guardiola at Manchester United? No European football. They're at a bit of a low ebb, but they are rebuilding and they have pull in their own right.
Yes, and that's the latest news about Antoine Semenyo. According to David Austin, David Austin is saying that it is highly possible that Antoine Semenyo will leave Bournemouth this January. This January, Antoine Semenyo is leaving Bournemouth, according to David Austin, the reporter. Guys, or the Abaro. I want to believe, but they are saying say Arsenal are even interested in Antoine Semenyo, but Arsenal on summer, but Semenyo can't wait until summer before he makes the move. Semenyo wants the deal in January, so Liverpool, because of Alexander Isak the injury, they are also showing interest in Antoine Semenyo, but the 2 leading clubs to get his signature Manchester United and then Manchester City. We'll see what happens. Kaka and so everybody who see the city. Okay, let's move away from Antoine Semenyo's transfer and go to Ghana. our summary 2025 performance. Now let's summarize everything from January to December. Ghana, you bought total of 10 games from January to December. Ghana, you bought total of 10 games. The last one, and you ball with Japan and then South Korea, and we lost the two of them. So Ghana, total of 10 games this year. And this has been our performance. 6 wins, 1 draw, and 3 losses. Yes, in 10 games this year, Ghana recorded 6 wins. Black Stars 6 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses, scoring 21 goals and conceding 6. Yes, scoring 21 goals, conceding 6. In Ghana, your performance for this year, January to December, our performance. Now, the latest FIFA ranking, FIFA Ediaba Sisia, say Ghana, we are still at our 72nd position. The latest FIFA ranking. Blasters. So we will finish this year 2025 at 72nd position. That's Black Stars performance at the latest FIFA ranking, and also Ababe Tuja and so meaning how I also 72nd in the world and 14th in Africa. Yes, that's the positions in the BBA 2025. 72nd in the world, 14th in Africa. Yes, but AFCON no yentimi unqualify unkobo AFCON nibi sana no sitie now the sports minister said na make no or the updates be about the sports fund bill. World Cup skara be ba see Ghana. Even now that the World Cup has not started, there were $10.5 million BB account to my idea. Out of the 10.5 million, 1.5 is for preparation towards the World Cup. So according to the sports minister now, that 1.5 million will be used for preparations, but the net $9 million will be sent straight to the sports fund bill. So the bill will be here, be in sports activities. So maybe size can it be no more there. I feel so Otto Addo ne arrears na akemo. How many months and the sports minister owes Otto Addo. Etiyenko sports minister no updates concerning the arrears, the salary outstanding. I was say Ghana, the sports minister, they have to pay Otto Addo. Yenko the clarity or the bar concerning Otto Addo's salary arrears.
Attention, it's a news that has resurfaced again. That has to do with the arrears of Coach Otto Addo and his tech team.
That's true. We owed a number of the coaches, and we are looking for a structured system for payment of the coaches. In the past, before I became minister, some of these coaches, especially the expatriate coaches of the women's national team, was paid from the sponsorship fund that goes to the FA. That has since changed now. All that have been offloaded onto government, and so we have submitted the details. The finance minister has since approved for the payments, and the payments even per the contract is supposed to be in arrears. For the head coach, we pay him 50% ahead of time. So at the beginning of the year, 50% of his salary was paid ahead. So what he is owed is actually 50%, not the full salary. So that must also be explained, that government, as per the agreement, have paid ahead of time 50% of the salary. So what you pay him is just 50% also for every other month. So it is not the full salary that is owed the head coach.
Was that starting off from the last press briefing you had with us? Because you paid up to, I think, March.
So when that March payment that we did included paying him the 50% of the 12 months. So we paid up till March and also paid him 50% of the 12 month salary that is due him. So what you now owe him is post-March 50% of salaries, because you would have paid the other 50% for January, February, March. So you now owe him only 50% of the remaining months. All that has been worked out, calculated, endorsed, and approved by the finance minister, and is going through the processes for the Controller and Accountant General to credit the accounts of the ministry for onward transfer.
Great stuff.
So, if you observe the justification for the agency of the bill we took to Parliament, one of the things we indicated was the period, and that we wanted to take advantage of the period we found ourselves in. What is the period? Preparation for the FIFA World Cup. So we want to insist that, like the act as it is now when signed by, or the bill as it is now when signed by the president, it becomes act. One of the sources is proceeds from competitions and tournaments. So, for example, what FIFA is going to give us as a country, the $9 million, the 1.5 is for preparation. So that will go into preparation. But the $9 million would go into the fund, for example, unless we incur some other cost that we just have to deduct that from it. If we don't, we would going to put everything into the fund. And once it goes into the fund, there will be structured utilization. So we can, for the first time, have infrastructure or edifices that we can point to, that out of the World Cup, this is what we are able to do. So we intend to have projects that we can show that in our participation in the US of A, Canada, and Mexico World Cup 2026, this is what we are able to do. And I believe that we are in good shape to go very far. You know, if you qualify to the next round of the 32 teams, you get additional 3 million. And if you move again further to the 32, you get another additional 4 million. So the further you go, the better it will be for you. So we just have to perform, and I believe that we can be among the top 4.
Honorable.
Eti eno ne nsema ono so dia toja enso ewo ho I believe say we nya understanding ni o say omo di nkatua omo ya advance payments 50% advance payment to Otto Addo, so it is rather left with another 50% they have to pay Otto Addo. And also sports minister Honorable Kofi Adams in common so or the atuja enso ewo ho nti be be say guys ye beko kwa ko boy ho na ya sign ababiem unsubscribe, do what to subscribe, and we'll be back again. See you in the next one.